I just have one question for you. What do you think is the most broken superpower? Well, I think it's telepathy.
Are mine.
Bro, she's supposed to be nerfed right now. That's what makes this clip ridiculous. Jean has an inhibitor specifically suppressing her abilities, and apparently her response is just, yeah, nah, that shit don't work on me. Then she pushes through it and freezes an entire city. And that's the problem with telepathy. What does power limit even mean when your mind is generating the power? You can restrain Hulk's body, take away Iron Man's suit, break somebody's weapon, but how do you physically take away a thought? And Jean is already terrifying without the Phoenix Force. Once a telepath gets powerful enough, we're not talking about winning a fist fight anymore. We're talking about deciding whether anybody else is even allowed to participate. And somehow, Jean isn't even the telepath that scares me the most. This clip I'm about to show you guys made me realize I don't even know what counts as telepathy anymore.
I don't...
What part of reading minds requires you to peel somebody's skin off? Cassandra isn't just sitting across the room touching her forehead. She can manipulate people physically, bury Wolverine underground, and Johnny Storm gets turned into a human anatomy lesson. And this is Charles Xavier's twin sister. Imagine Professor X, except instead of running a school, he woke up and chose violence. That's what makes powerful telepaths so confusing. Eventually, their abilities stop looking like mind reading and they start looking like whatever the hell I need to happen, I can make happen. And Cassandra is especially ridiculous because attacking her doesn't seem to solve anything either. Wolverine eventually gets close enough to stab her. Surely that works, right? Nope. Can somebody watch this scene and please explain how Wolverine stabs Nova right through the back and she acts like nothing even happened?
My boy's wicked strong! That's my big boy!
Well, this has been fun.
Bro, Wolverine put claws through her entire body and she just looks annoyed at best. This is Wolverine we're talking about. Getting within stabbing distance should be the one situation a telepath desperately wants to avoid, but Cassandra Nova, apparently not. And then look at what she does to Deadpool. She puts her fingers through his entire face. That's how she physically probes people. Her powers are depicted almost like she's physically reaching into the mind itself. Imagine trying to defend against that. Don't look at her, doesn't matter. Run away, good luck. Attack her, Wolverine, just tried that already. Telepathy is already unfair when somebody can enter your head from across the room. But at least there's one telepath whose powers seem a little more manageable, until you remember what Mantis did to Thanos. Can we please talk about why Mantis isn't the secret weapon for every single fight the Avengers have? This is Thanos, the Mad Titan, and she basically put bro on Do Not Disturb. Yes, Mantis needs physical contact here, and overpowering someone this strong takes enormous effort. Those are legitimate limitations, but look at the trade-off. You don't need to overpower Thanos physically. You don't even need stronger armor or a bigger gun. You need Mantis to just touch his head long enough to compromise the most dangerous person in the universe? She also manages to affect Ego, an actual Celestial. That's why mental powers are a nightmare to write. Once someone can bypass durability and attack consciousness directly, every future fight creates the same question. Why don't we just use her for this fight too? And Marvel's greatest telepath creates the exact opposite problem. Professor X losing to Wanda might be the biggest problem with telepathy. Charles, this is literally your one job. We're talking about Professor X here. One of Marvel's greatest telepaths enters Wanda's mind, finds the Wanda she's buried underneath everything, and for a second, Charles actually looks like he's winning. Then Scarlet Witch invades that mental space, breaks through and kills him in the real world. And it looks good on screen, but power-wise, this is exactly why telepathy becomes impossible to measure. What determines who wins inside of another person's mind? Telepathic strength? Willpower, magic, experience, whoever the movie needs? Because if Wanda can overpower Professor X inside of a mental confrontation, what exactly is Professor X supposed to do against somebody like her? And that's the entire problem I have with this. Do you guys remember this moment from Avengers Endgame?
Rain fire! But silent, our troops, just do it!
Bro, Thanos literally could not do anything against Wanda. This is the same Thanos who beat Hulk in a fist fight and fought Iron Man, Thor, and Captain America at the same time. And Wanda basically picks him up like a lost puppy. His strength didn't matter. His durability didn't matter. He can't even get close enough to hit her. And that makes me think, why didn't the Avengers use Wanda the entire movie? She should have been the main character, the main weapon. But instead, she only gets used in one scene and like thrown away. Like, Wanda starts ripping his armor apart so badly that Thanos tells his own army to bomb the battlefield just to get her off of him. He called for help. I don't think I've seen Thanos ever call for help in the Marvel movies, and that's what makes these powers so unfair. Why are we even trying to box Thanos? You spent 2 movies looking for somebody strong enough to beat him, when apparently the answer was just, yeah, let Wanda get mad. Once Wanda gets mad, she can beat anybody. And if Thanos couldn't deal with her, Professor X was about to have an even bigger problem. So to wrap this up, I think I finally figured out the actual problem with telepathy. There's no clean way to balance this power. What is the counter to I control your brain now? Jean can immobilize huge numbers of people. Cassandra can invade your mind in ways that look physically horrifying. Mantis can compromise beings far stronger than herself, and Professor X can still lose inside of a mental battle. That's why telepathy constantly feels inconsistent to me. If writers make it work logically every time, the telepath ends the fight before they even start, but nerf it too much and suddenly the power feels useless. Telepathy doesn't just attack superheroes, it attacks the story and the script itself, because once you can control the person throwing the punch, who cares how strong the punch was? Hey guys, let me know, was I cooking or was I tripping? Let me know in the comment section who you guys want me to cover next, and I'll always take suggestions. Let me know what you guys think about the video. Peace, I'm out.